Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to Brunch with Desb. I'm your host, Des, also known as Desb, and I am so excited to be here this Sunday because the B stands for bold opinions. We're going to be chatting all things hot takes, roast, and toast. And if you're new to me or this segment, roast means bad. Toast means good. So welcome to Brunch with Desb, where we will be toasting this podcast specifically. I have a brand new accessory with me today. I have my iPad. Your girl has needed her notes app. I have been keeping track of so many things this past week. And I'm like, you know what? The only way I can bring the people the proper ideas, segments, thoughts, opinions, emotions is if I have an ongoing diary of how my week is going. So if you guys haven't listened to last week's episode, we talked all things human design with Leah McLeod, who is a human design expert. Probably one of my favorite interviews that I've done to date, just because it was a topic I literally had no clue what I was walking into. Human design is so fascinating, and it's something that I'm very, very interested in continuing to learn. So I will definitely be booking a one-on-one session with not just my therapist, but also with Leah to dive in a little bit more to that. So let's get into today's episode with first and foremost addressing the elephant in the room. First off, I'm looking extremely good. Number one, I just got my hair done. I'm ready for this coming weekend. We're going to Dear Media in real life. But the real elephant is the fact that I am still not feeling the best. I feel physically well, but my voice, my nose, everything is still kind of going on. So I do have a water next to me, and I might be taking more drinks than normal. Typically, I have a drink next to me and I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a sip, and then I usually don't. But I really probably might need to this week, so just bear with me. Today, sponsored by Myers Stores Quenchers. Just kidding. This isn't an ad, but it would be great. So together, before we get into the roast and toast and also some hot takes and opinions, let's toast together 3 years with Brunch with Desb, rebranding Brunch with Desb, and really amazing things to come. Cheers. Let's go. It just unlocked a memory for me. Do you guys ever start drinking something and you and your friend maybe take a drink at the same time, or you and your husband, and then before you know it, you kind of fuck around and it becomes a chugging contest? That's how I felt looking at you guys in the camera. I was like, you want to go? I can do more. Maybe that's just the competitive edge in me. First topic today that I wanted to chat on is I literally have written down Coachella. Everyone leaving Coachella. Okay, so what I noticed, the trend on social media this week was fucking everyone hated Coachella. I feel I don't know if I didn't just scroll as much as normal, but you guys tell me, do we think that Coachella was a low-key flop this year? If I were to tell you when I think Coachella was at its peak, technically James Charles' scandal with Sugar Bear hair. And if you know the video Bye Sister, you know what I'm referencing in terms of makeup and beauty drama. However, my point is, I believe the peak of Coachella was literally 2019. Now, does that mean I'm still going to go next year? Absolutely. I'm making a way to go. I love music. I love music festivals. I'm literally meant to be there. And no, I'm not talking about going out there with a brand. I'm just literally meaning going. A lot of people were leaving after day one. And I have an interesting take on this because a lot of people were giving influencers a bunch of shit, basically saying that they were super entitled for leaving early because they technically didn't pay. One person that comes to mind specifically is a girl named Kensington, and I love her on TikTok. I think she's super sweet. She just got new titties too, along with half of my For You page. But regardless, she left after day one, and so many people, it must have reached the wrong algorithm because, dude, so many people were so pressed and calling her privileged for leaving when she said in the video that she was directly leaving because her body couldn't handle it. Coachella seems like a major dust storm to me. What else do you expect? But when I'm going next year, I'm going no makeup, no glam. I'm going baggy jeans or whatever the vibe is. I'm there to enjoy myself, not impress others. You know what I mean? And I feel if you have an appreciation for literal music and just energy, you will go no matter the desert storm. And I'm ready. I'll buy a mask. I don't care what I need to do, but I'm ready for the desert storm. I'll still be there. But from what I understand, Coach Ella was hella Terrible. Next update, we have an Eras Tour update because it seems like everyone and their fucking mother has gone to see Taylor Swift in the past couple weeks. Obviously, her tour kicked off. She's thriving. She's living. But I haven't gone yet. My tour date isn't until June 30th. And I am fucking terrified that she is not going to bring that same energy she's bringing week 1, week 2, week 3. It's kind of like when you go to McDonald's and you're like the first person in line, whether you're the first person for breakfast or the first person when they turn it over to the lunch menu, you're getting fresh hash browns, you're getting fresh French fries, right? By the time it's 4 p.m., 5 p.m., you're getting the stale shit. I don't want the stale Taylor Swift, okay? She better show up with a brand new goddamn energy. Like, she needs a masseuse, she needs acupuncture, she needs anything possible to make her body in like the tip-top shape so that when I come around the mountain on June 30th, girl, she better be fucking ready. She better be shake it off. She better be doing everything possible to bring that heat. Now, Taylor's an amazing performer, so I think that she will, but you're telling me as an artist that your first couple performances aren't like top tier? You know, I beg to differ. Next thing we have up is the Brunch with Desb Trip. If you guys have not signed up on Tova Trip to go to Costa Rica with me, make sure that you do that. We need to secure all of our spots to ensure that the vacation is a good to go. You have the option for early bird pricing. You have the ability to even do like payment plans. So if you have any questions, make sure that you check out everything in the description box below. I will be making a post as well to remind you guys, but this is going to be epic, November 4th through November 8th. So it's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, go home Tuesday. I did this so that you guys didn't have to take a ton of PTO and we kind of went over the weekend. Super excited to hang out with you guys. It's going to be a very intimate experience and I'm super duper excited. Next up, launches are on pause. Thank God I wrote that, but I hate to tell you, tomorrow we have a drop that you guys are gonna probably wet your panties for. Not really, but if you're my people, you're gonna wet yourself for sure. Okay, we have brand new Buff Bunny collection. Campaign video drops tomorrow, so I can't necessarily give you like the full 411 of what's going on. Actually, holy shit, we have another week. Sorry, it's May 8th, the campaign video drops. I will give you one hint that hopefully won't get me kicked off. And the hint is Barbie. But don't take Barbie literally because they would get copyrighted. It's not Barbie, okay? But like, I'll let your mind flourish of what that means. And if anything, I'll tell you, I'm excited for it. That's enough. You know what I mean? Like, you probably are getting the vibe. So it's going to be epic. We do have new story coming out soon as well, but nothing running to the gate. Nothing running to the gate. And you know what? We don't need that all the time. Mommy needs a break. You need a break. We all need a break. I feel like we live, and we're going to talk about this in the Roast or Toast. We live in a very much of like an overconsumption life. I'm aware that I have a lot of codes and I push things because like I'm a part of businesses. That's my job in that way, right? But I hope you guys know I'm never expecting you to buy anything. The fact of the matter is that I am gifted the clothing to review it, right? I'm a reviewer. I'm going to tell you guys about fit, color, style, etc. Taste, you know, no matter how it feels on your skin, how it transforms your skin. I'm never expecting you guys to just sit here and buy. And I hate sometimes that you may feel like FOMO if you missed a collection because a lot of the companies I work with operate off of like, it's available now and it's not coming back, you know, especially when it comes to like colors, certain styles, stuff like that. Just be a smart consumer. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Know that you don't need to buy anything. And again, we'll talk about that more in the Roast or Toast because I would definitely roast myself. Next up, meeting up with old friends. So I had a really busy week. I was able to meet up with one of my old friends. And by old friends, I mean like we grew up together. Like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade, 10th grade. And then we stopped because I switched schools. However, I met up with this old friend and man, I don't know if you guys have had this experience yet in your adult life, but I remember watching movies growing up and it was like you saw two friends grow old and like go separate ways and then they came back together as friends and they like met up in a bar and like hung out, whatever. And I always look at that and I was like, wow, I wonder what that feels like. And I was actually able to feel that this past week. So I met up with a friend and we went out to the bar and we had a couple drinks and we just laughed and talked and laughed and talked. And it was a connection in my literal soul that I hadn't felt in so long because when you grow up and you grow away from those people who were your foundation, like your foundation friends, those growing year friends. Not many people keep up with those people that you grew up with anymore, right? So when you're rekindled, it just felt like we like left off right where we were. Like it felt like I was 17 again, sitting down, but like legally having drinks with a friend. It was the most special feeling. So I encourage you today, let this be a lesson to you. Let this be an inspiration to you, or even just a sign that you have been thinking about someone lately. Someone's been on your mind. Reach out to them. It doesn't have to be hanging out, but reach out to them. Just say what's up. I've been thinking of you. I hope that you're doing great, whatever it may be, but do it. Because this friend of mine reached out on a whim. She literally told me, she's like, I'm not going to lie, I was drunk. But I was like, what is Desb doing? Which cracks me up because she didn't know me when I was Desb. She knew me when people called me Desi, or like even people called me Young Desi. Don't ask me why, just don't even go there. But regardless, we were talking about our AOL instant messenger names, like just all this stuff. And she knows me so deeply and so well. And it was really a cool experience. So I encourage you guys to go out and do the same however you can. The last thing I will say is that we have some major reviews for our watches today. So that's why I kind of scurried through the beginning. Woo! First and foremost, The Night Agent. If you guys have not watched The Night Agent, you need to. It's on Netflix. The main character like kind of grew on me. Like at first I was like, you're not that cute. And then by the end of the season, I was like, you're kind of hot. You're kind of hot. And by the main character, I mean the girl. No, I'm just kidding. Both of them. They're like beautiful. Anyways, point being, great show. We have an agent that basically works this night shift. And to not spoil anything, but just tell you to go watch it because I really think you'll like it. This guy gets a call when he's basically not supposed to ever get a call. Like it's one of those jobs you go in and they're like, hey, you never know. But in reality, it's like, you're never going to get called on. Well, he did. And so he ended up being the night agent going on this really high profile case. And it's just kind of like the story of him in this case. That's all I'll leave it at because it's literally so worth watching. And like I said, it's on Netflix. Next up, The Longest Date Ever. I did not get to watch this yet, but I saw that it dropped on Netflix the other day. I will be watching and reviewing, but what I thought was really interesting is that this is a documentary actually based off of two Americans who went to Costa Rica for a quote quick weekend that ended up turning into months when COVID shut the world down. So they were a Hinge meet. They met on the app called Hinge. I wasn't even dating when Hinge was created. I only had Bumble and fuck, what's the other, like when you swipe right, dude, I don't even know the dating apps. Oh my God. You know, you're married and have kids when you don't even know what's going on. Yikes. Anyways, they met on Hinge, boom, went to Costa Rica, boom, quarantined together unintentionally. So I will 100% be watching that. However, if you have watched it, you have to let me know below how it's going. Message me. Is it worth watching? Is it worth wasting my time on a documentary about two randos and their potential hookups? Let me know. This is the bread and the butter of what I came here to talk about today, and that is Love is Blind. Now, I get it. Des, this was weeks ago. I get it, but let me give my opinion, okay? You sit down. Vanessa and Nick, you sit the fuck down. You let me give my opinion this week. Thank you so much. Okay, so I made notes throughout the whole season. This is my first note. Kwame and Micah, gross. I like him and Chelsea. Urima, to this day, I don't even know her name. Was it Urima? That girl is annoying. Zack has killed someone. Paul is hottish. Jackie equals immature. Weird sex argument? Irina, covering her face, talking back to back. So my point is, I was going through the show and I'm like, what is going on? So overall, throughout the whole season, number one, Urima, dude, I'm so serious. I'm sorry. I still don't remember her name. I literally ignored her that much. She bothered me that much. And I'm not someone to like sit here and be like if I met her in real life, I would give her a chance. But like, man, you cannot help but like your true colors come out on camera. The first couple days, I feel like you can hide it, right? You're kind of trying to put on for the camera, you know, they're around. It's amazing how quick you get used to a camera being around and you just let loose. And I think that's what she did. So she went through the season. It was so incredibly hard to watch how she treated Zack. Like Zack gave me the weirdest vibes ever. Like for real, at first I was like, he definitely has had killer thoughts. You know what I mean? Like he for sure mutilated animals as a kid. Like I thought that. that's harsh, but like, come on, like it's a joke. It's comedy. Ha 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 ha. Regardless, the way she treated him was so terrible. The way Micah went after Kwame, sorry, after they were like with other people was very disturbing. But I think the difficult thing is like after the pods, the way that they force them all to be around each other makes it so much worse. Like the show is very confusing to me. And I hate that they introduced this idea of Love is Blind in a sacred space. Because, you know, if we all took our relationships out of the real world, we never had to stress about money. We never had to stress about childcare. We never had to stress about going to a job. Nothing. I feel like we would all live in harmony. Love would be blind because we're all happy. We have nothing else to stress about or worry about or whatever it may be. So I believe that introducing it in that setting is really difficult because, yeah, when you do take these relationships out of the pod and you introduce the real world, the real struggles, the real stress, the real everything, absolutely you're going to see a big shift in dynamic. You know what I mean? So that has been something that was difficult for me to, oh, look, my mom's calling. I hate it when my mom calls because I have it on Do Not Disturb, but like if her call comes through, I have it like alert me. So it actually like gives me anxiety. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, is my mom okay? So like, honestly, full transparency, like let me give her a text back real quick because, you know, if you would do the same for a check. Are you okay? That's what I said. Okay. So hopefully we're good. You introduce these relationships into the real world. Absolutely. You're going to get more drama, more stress, more natural issues that occur. So I have that. So, okay. Then Irma, whatever, Hurricane Katrina breakup. That was so fucking weird because they broke up and then all of a sudden she was like, yeah, I would totally fuck Paul. That's basically what she said. Like it was the weirdest switch and you could tell that she was so turned off. And I wish she just would have been open with him at the beginning because it was just so disturbing how she treated him. And that was only on TV. Fast forward, very glad that Zack and Bliss worked out. I think that was exactly what needed to happen. I like that Zack admitted to what he did wrong. I wish them the best. I really fucking do. Okay, so let's get into the reunion and kind of wrap this up. First off, Jackie and Josh, so awkward what she did to Marshall. I do believe her in the idea that she broke up with Marshall before she met up with Josh. And I do believe that Netflix would purposely edit that to make it look different. So I 100% don't think that Jackie cheated. Because I think that Netflix / any type of TV would for sure edit it in that way. So I'm going to say my piece there. When Micah told Paul to go first at the altar and say yes or no. And then Micah was like, well, like you go first because I was going to say yeah. That's what she says at the reunion, right? She's like, I told Paul to go first because I knew what my answer was and I didn't want my answer to sway his answer. This might be a hot take, but I actually believe her. Do I think that she would have taken that marriage seriously and like really gone for it? No, but I do actually believe she would have said yeah. And that might be a hot take, but I really do because if you were to sit up there and say, yeah, I personally believe that Paul is that kind of a heart that his decision would have been swayed if she said yeah. I really truly believe that. This is when I wish that Love is Blind kind of did it like Survivor, where they like put their answer in a box and then they just pull them out at the same time. And it's like yes and no, like, and there wasn't that option because I feel like up until that moment at the altar, most of these people don't know what they're going to say. So for them to be kind of like, yeah, I might still do this or no, I might not, that simple response could for sure sway actual emotions. So you guys let me know what your thoughts are on that. I kind of believed Micah in that state. Other than that, Nick Lachey, Vanessa Lachey, yeah, that was super cringe. Like I was like, are they like drunk or high? Like they did not seem normal. And I'm like, also, they were a little bit out of the limelight throughout the season. Like they weren't as present. So I'm like, are they just making up for like lost time and really trying to like stir the pot? I don't know. But Vanessa got super judgmental and started to like input her opinion so much that I was like, nobody asked. Like you are here, in my opinion, Vanessa and Nick, even though you are a married couple, you are there to be an unbiased host, right? You are purely hosting. If there's questions to be asked, absolutely. But you are there to host a show. You are not there to share what you think. You're not there to share what your feelings are or like cheer someone on over the other. I think that is so unprofessional from just like a hosting level. And for her to then bring on like, who's going to give me a baby? Like what? Auntie Vanessa. Oh my God. That made me cringe my whole fucking body so hard. So anyways, those are my thoughts. Just a quick, brief recap of Love is Blind. I could have gone so much further, but I'm like, you know what? By this point, we've all seen it. We've all lived it. We don't give a shit. But let me share my fucking opinion, okay? Last one I'll say is Beef on Netflix. If you guys haven't watched Beef, definitely go do it. It's like good-ish. That's like the best play. That's the best way I can say it is it's good-ish. It's not like the best TV show I've ever seen, but around episode around episode 5 or 6, my jaw just drops and I'm like, okay, it's one of those. It's a slow burn and then everything just at once. So it really picks up. I'm not done yet. I have a few more episodes, but we will recap it when I'm done watching. So I'm curious like what you guys think as you're watching. So I'll put a little question box up on the Instagram today. Let me know if you're team Beef right now. What's going on in your head with the show? Because I think it's a really complex, interesting show. And I would be curious to hear what you guys think of it too. I feel like you either love it or you hate it. Lastly, we have our skincare corner. Number 1. Tula Chrome Rose Glow and Get It is available. It's like this beautiful chrome bottle. It's really pretty. Looks super cute on a shelfie. It's available. Same Rose Glow formula. This is going to help your under eye depuff, make it kind of glowy. Really cute. The other thing that is coming out is a brand new oil. And I can't tell you much more than that, okay? Because at this point in time, I don't know if I can share much more. But what I can say is I've been implementing at night right before I put on my beauty sleep or my U Beauty barrier repair cream, depending on which one I want to use that night. And it is very similar in comparison to the marula oil from Drunk Elephant, but the formulation is better. So there's more bang for your buck in this reviving oil serum than just marula oil on its own, okay? And I've talked about marula oil, my Drunk Elephant oil before, that I love to mix in with my beauty sleep. So that is number 2. Second thing, well, I guess number 3, makeup bags. I have had these babies for almost 2 years now, and I think the time has come where I'm finally ready to release them. I'm working on rebranding them because it was rebranded, around my skincare brand. Not to say that it's not going to come into fruition right now. It's just right now isn't the right now, right? Like I'm very sad that Candor had to take a back seat, but like it wouldn't have been what I wanted it to be if I pushed the envelope. And I've talked about this in my business fail episode from a couple months ago. So you can go listen to that if you're kind of curious what I'm talking about. But regardless, these were going to be my Candor skincare bags. You see them behind me in every single selfie in my bathroom for, like I said, almost 2 years now. And I want to release them. So I'm going to actually brand them as Brunch with Desb. He keeps hitting the mic because we are the brunch gang. We are the self-care queens. We are the Sunday reset sweethearts. Literally all of those things I just said will be on a t-shirt. Stand by. Regardless, I think this is super on brand for what we stand for here at Brunch with Desb. It's your Sunday reset. It's your time to hang out with me. It's a girl's world, and that's exactly what we're living in. So I'm going to rebrand them with some Brunch with Desb branding, but this is still the overall bag. We have an iridescent look, double zipper, and actually on the inside, there is a hanger. So when you go anywhere, it can hang from wherever. You can also carry it. You have a little optional strap. I love the holographic look of them. They're still my favorite. I take them everywhere to travel. I've just only had my samples, because I never went through with that. So yeah, RIP Candor for now. But it's also just an important reminder that not every business endeavor is going to work out, and all you can do is try. And even people like me fail, and you're allowed to fail, and that's okay. Nothing embarrassing about it. Without further ado, let's get roasting and toasting today. Let's go ahead and take a quick sip before we dive in. Dude, this stuff is almost too carbonated. Like, it's crazy. Let me preface this by saying, I am full-heartedly in my drama era. So if you're bothered by anything I say, I just want to directly let you know, I don't give 2 fucks. I still love you, but we are allowed to have differing opinions, and that's what makes life fun. if we all thought the same way, and a lot of these things are very surface level, like I'm not getting political or crazy, okay? But if we all had the same approach, the same mindset, the same way that we process education, right? If we were all the same, it would be terrifying. We'd be like little fucking robots that you see in like crazy scary movies where they're all like, hello, welcome to our home. Do we want that? No. Conversation, debate, differing opinions. That's what makes the world beautiful. And we should still be allowing that. We should still be allowing the opinions of others. And I'm going to leave that there. But regardless, I'm in my drama era. So if you guys want to take this shit, post it on Reddit, please feel free. Give me clout, because if anything, I need a good scandal. I need a good attraction. I need a good clickbait. So feel free. Screenshot it. All right. So first one, roast or toast. It was just genuinely, mind you, these are all written in by you guys. I picked a few hotties. Love is Blind. Overall, I'm going to toast the show. We just got through talking about it. I wanted to say it there, but I just wanted to wait for it here. I'm going to toast the show. I think it's fun. I think it's entertaining. I think that it's sad because a lot of people's reputations are like forever tainted, whether they do good on a show or not. So I think if you're someone that decides to go into show business, so to speak, you better be prepared. That's all I say is like, it's a genuine choice that you have to be prepared to make. And I think that in that case, I don't want to like say this like completely rude, but like, you know what you signed up for. That's all I'll say. Overconsumption content. So this person followed up with a message basically saying that a lot of influencers she follows, what the, am I saying that? A lot of influencers she follows. Why does that sound fucking weird to you? A lot of influencers she watches, they're always buying something. It's always come with me to go buy something. Unbox this with me. I purchased a new order. Here's what it is. And I feel like this is a lot of like what TikTok is specifically right now. A lot of the creators that do well are those who are constantly sharing and showcasing products. Which I think is a user thing. Like at the end of the day, you might be mad about it, but there's other people that do consume the content that makes the content continue to be valued by the algorithm, right? So it's like you might not like that content, but the majority of people do right now, which then makes creators continue to do it because they notice, okay, that's doing really well. It's kind of like when I do like form tips or like comedy. I know people like them. I also like doing it, but I know it does well, so I'm going to keep doing it. So overall, I'm going to toast it for the fact that at the end of the day, we control what's on social media. You know what I mean? Like we as a whole, the world, people, we are the ones that are giving the likes, that are giving the comments, that are giving the affirmation that, yes, this is what I want more of. Doesn't mean that your opinion's going to vary. I do believe on the opposite end, we do live in an overconsumption place. Like we don't always need to be going out and buying everything. However, I can't say shit because I don't know what my life would be if I lived next to a Target. For real. I'm going to just be straight with you guys. Okay. If I want to go to Target, it's an hour drive. The closest thing I have is a Meijer. I'm not going to Meijer every day for hauls. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's very much dependent on where someone lives too, what they have access to. It could be different if you live there too. You know, I'm just giving an example. Crop tops. I'm going to toast crop tops because if you are rocking a crop top, I just think that you're obviously feeling super confident. You're good. You love it. You love your body type. It looks good. It's a slay. Now on the fashion side of it, I feel like crop tops are fading out. Like even for me, I find going in the gym with like just a sports bra, this is the gym. I don't feel like I'm as cute anymore. You know, like I'm like, ooh, like I don't like this. I'd rather wear a shirt. So I don't know. Is modesty making a comeback? Is modesty making someone call Brittany Dawn and let her know she's onto something. She was onto something from branding herself as a fitness guru to switching to a God-fearing, modest woman. She did it first. She did it first. Let me know if you guys are team crop top or full top. Next up, eating organic. I'm immediately roasting this because if we live our whole life worried about where our chicken is coming from or where our carrots are grown, we're going to live a long, stressful life, you know, because there's a lot of other shit that we don't know that is happening even at governmental levels. And if we knew that, we would probably never want to leave our house. So I'm going to go with the idea that I'm going to eat, and I'm going to party the way that I want to. And hopefully I live a beautiful long life. Now, I do believe in balance. We all know what's healthy and how to get nutrient dense foods, all this, that, and the other. But to care at that deep of a level just isn't for me. I feel like it causes a lot of stress, causes a lot of anxiety. You don't want to go out to eat at certain restaurants. It's also expensive. Like, there's so many things about eating organic that's just fucking tough. Okay, I'm calling it how it is. Cycle syncing. I'm gonna to roast this because I toast it because I see where for some people's lifestyles and the way that they get periods, etc., this could be very helpful, right? I'm going to also roast it though, because I think it's just a trend. We have been working out with periods for fucking thousands of years. Do you know what I mean? Like, this isn't new. A period isn't new. The follicular stage isn't new. The luteal stage isn't new. We've always had 4 parts to our cycle. Like, this is not new science. There's no reason to overthink the way you're training right now. And that's just how I feel. If I walk into a gym one day and I'm like, ooh, my body's just not feeling as strong. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a step back. If I look at my Flow fucking app and I'm like, oh, I'm in my luteal phase, that makes sense. In my personal opinion, though, it's almost like that weird placebo. The minute you know, oh, you may not be as strong today, is the minute that mentally it could affect you going, oh, I don't feel as strong today, right? Different people also have different hormonal cycles, different feelings of those stages, right? So maybe like someone's, it says, oh, in this stage of your cycle, you're going to be tired, but someone might have high energy. So it's just, in my opinion, it's just not a one size fit all. So if that's something you're interested in and it's good for you and it's worked for you, that's fucking great. Keep going. But if it's something where you're like, I really like what I'm doing right now, I feel like I know my body, I do well, then don't worry about it. So I'm going to roast it because I just feel like it's not a one size fits all type of thing. Next one we have is, this was interesting to me, so I just want to touch on it. Someone said Katie and Hayden. So we're talking Katie Hearn and Hayden, right? I was wondering why they were saying roast or toast. What are we trying to get at here, right? If anything, I'm going to toast them. Any couple that can go what they have gone through in the past couple years and come out of it and continue to create businesses from the fucking ground up. Neither of them were born into money. Neither of them came from money. It's amazing what they've created. And I think even if you do not connect with them on a personal level or agree with everything that they say, you should still be able to zoom out and look at them as just a man and a woman in a family and go, wow, look at what they've created. That's badass, right? Take all the personableness beside it. Look at just what they've been able to do. Really fucking cool. Now, on a personal level, I feel like I really love them. They do what they need to do. And what they need to do is not what I need to do or what you need to do or whatever it may be. And I see a lot of passion that has come out of Hayden in the past couple years of just a variety of topics. And I think that he does a really good job of being open to conversation, admitting his faults, but also standing up for what he believes in. And again, regardless of if you believe every single thing he says or you feel that heart to heart, it doesn't take away what you can admire of his passion and his character and integrity and who he is as a person. And I feel like if you're someone who can just look at that and be like, oh yeah, they're so ignorant, whatever, and just take everything so literal, I don't think that you're allowing to see other people's strengths, even though you might not like agree with exactly what they say. So yeah, I'm going to toast them. They're very inspiring to me. And I think as a mom and a dad and a husband and a wife, I look up to them a lot. I think that they do a great job. And I'm going to leave it at that. Brazilian waxes. Dude, this is so weird. I've seen a lot of shit of this in my For You page. A lot of people talking about how like being hairless is like an equivalent to being a young girl. That it literally makes me cringe saying that. So like, I apologize for even going there, but also it has to be said. I think that's so like weird to create a link to. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, I don't want to go too deep there because honestly it makes me so uncomfortable. There's so much shit that we need to protect the children, but what we don't need to do is make like false links to just make it fucking weird when it like never had to be weird. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I just like don't like a lot of hair down there. I don't like the way it catches in my underwear. I don't like the way it pokes in my leggings. Okay, I'm being fucking for real. Okay, I don't like to grow a bush down there. That has nothing to do with this idea of like wanting to display myself as like a young girl or like your partner wanting to see that. Like, no. Okay, do you see Barbie being made with hair? Like, we've just always seen hairless as women. So I think Brazilian waxes, if that is your sense of hygiene, go the fuck off. I had my whole kitty lasered. Okay, she's gone. She barely comes back. She comes back in like little stubble every couple months. Best decision I've ever made, because for me, that hygiene is not worth it for me. I know there's like some different ideas of like how much hair you should have and not. Like it comes down to like cleanliness. I don't know. I don't have time to sit there. Listen, I know what's comfortable for me. You know what's comfortable for you. So I'm going to toast the Brazilian wax, because if you want your pussy waxed, you deserve to go get it waxed. Flare jeans. I'm going to toast flare jeans. I think body type matters. So going down, someone else said skinny jeans. It depends on your body type. Some people rock skinny jeans. Some people rock flares. I don't think that we should like take one over the other, say one's trendy over the other, because some body types look better with flares, like, you know, shorter legs, like long torsos, like whatever it may be. I literally just made that up. I'm not good with fashion. But regardless, like someone's always going to look better in something. So I think to like look at someone and be like, ooh, I don't like skinny jeans, they're not in, doesn't mean that their body doesn't look good on them, or it doesn't look good on their body, right? Fair. Getting naked for get ready with me videos. I kind of laughed at this because I've definitely done this like twice. I haven't done it a lot since, because I feel very awkward doing it. The 2 or 3 times I did it for like a video, like a get ready with me vlog, I was like, why am I doing this? And what I'm saying is like when you face away from the camera and you see girls like take off their tops and put their new ones on, or like their bra, it kind of turned into like this aesthetic thing, like a transition in a video. I think it's cute. Like the idea is cute. It's just not for me. Like I said, I tried to do it. You can look at a few videos. I did try, but it just like was weird to film, because like you push record. Like here's the thing. You got to think of the behind the scenes of how this is filmed. You push record, and then you have to like be naked with your titties out and like pretend like you're taking your shirt off and like your boobs are just out, like not facing the camera. I don't know. Listen, if I'm going to be putting out that type of content, you're paying for it. You're paying for it. And in that case, I'll also turn around. You know what I mean? Okay. Next up, skimpy bathing suits. Again, I just really feel like I can toast them, because different body types like just look better in different clothes, right? Some people also different confidence levels, and like that's totally okay. For me, I love a good ass out moment. I don't want a lot of tan lines. Okay. Now, growing up now, having kids, I think the biggest thing we can do is continue to own where our confidence is, because I don't want my kids looking at another woman in a quote skimpy bathing suit and think that she is less than, because my mom wears the same thing. Who cares? Like, it's a body. From the beginning of time, we do not need to sexualize bodies. And so if we're going to sexualize skimpy bathing suits in correlation with like a sluttier woman, that's a fucking problem deep in your core. Skimpy bathing suits, guess what? Don't fucking look. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people are like, oh, how can you expect me not to? It's like, then just don't. I don't know. Like, just keep your fucking eyes up. Like, is it that hard? You know, I think it's up to you what you decide to look at. Next up is Stanley Cups. Oh my gosh, I'm so indifferent on this, because listen, I love my Stanley Cup. There's something about it. It's just different. It's got the handle. It fits. It's 40 ounces. It's got a nice straw. Like, there's a lot of really great mechanical things about it. Now, I understand where people have kind of turned this into like a trendy thing. So I can understand if you want to roast them, but I'm going to toast, because I have a really great experience with my Stanley Cup. And I think if you just have, here's the thing. The people out there, I'm sorry, I'm calling you out. The people out there that don't understand Stanley Cups don't have one. Go find one on eBay. Go find one on discount. Go find one at Goodwill. Like, you got to find one, and then you will understand the hype, I promise. Now, I'm not telling you you'll have one and you're going to be like, oh my God, I got to collect them all like Pokemon. But if you have one, you'll understand, like, this is a solid fucking cup. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to toast. Tiny purses, I'm going to roast those because honestly, what girls, I know you have more shit to carry than that. You don't have to worry about looking cute here, babe. Okay. Just wear the fucking satchel, wear the fanny pack. Don't worry about this tiny ass purse. All right. You deserve to be comfortable. And how are you going to put your fucking mace in a tiny purse, babe? How are you going to be safe with a tiny purse? You got to have room. You got to have room to pack. Okay. So tiny purses, I'm going to roast them because, like, let's be honest, girlies, either don't bring a purse then or find something a little bit bigger, or put your phone in your man's back pocket. Apple Music, definitely roasting. I'm sorry. You are a literal psychopath if you're continuing to use Apple Music over Spotify. Like, the ease of Spotify just doesn't even compare to the weirdness of Apple Music. I go on Apple Music and I literally feel like I'm on MySpace. Like, it feels cryptic. Update your shit, Apple. Figure it the fuck out and get on Spotify's level. I'll leave it at that. Babies on airplanes. I almost lost it when this one came through because I was praying to fucking God that someone was going to say it. There was like this big scandal this past like week or two about like basically a baby on an airplane throwing a fit, and like people were just like pissed off that this baby was crying. And I think this also goes towards like a few other things I've seen in the past of like literal influencers that I had known at the time and followed, complaining about being at a coffee shop while a baby cried and said basically like, stop bringing your kids into coffee shops. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but anywhere you decide to go, you don't own jack shit. Most likely you do not own the establishment. I don't know if you know this either, but children are still humans. Point is, babies on airplanes, babies belong anywhere just like humans do. Okay. And as a mother, there is nothing more anxiety inducing than knowing you have to go on an airplane with a child. I promise you, we are doing everything in our fucking power to ensure that our baby does not cry. I have gone to the fucking depths of the sea to ensure that my child does not cry on an airplane. So I can promise you we are fucking trying. And I encourage you, if you ever are about to board an airplane or you're in a space where a mom looks extremely stressed with a child, please be fucking kind to her. And if you see her struggling, if there's ever anything for real, ask the stewardess, the flight attendant, like for a plastic cup, and just go give her some cups so the child can stack the fucking cups. For real, because at that point as a mom, you can't even get out of your seat because you're worried the baby's going to cry more. Just help. Literally just give a helping hand. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about, full body workouts. Oh, we have two full body workouts. I'm going to toast full body workouts. Listen, if you're working out 3-4 times a week, more on the 3 side, if you want to do 3 full body workouts, you are not going to do a disservice to your body. Promise. Obviously, the ideal situation for growing muscle and getting into a phase where you're going to change your body and gain muscle and look swole, you're going to want to split up those muscle groups. But if you're someone that just genuinely loves movement, you're trying to transform your body, but you don't have the time to do full body splits or like, split up the muscle groups, 3 to 4 full body style movements or workouts per day with varying movements. I said 4 workouts per day, 4 workouts per week with varying movements in them. You're going to be completely fine. So I definitely toast full body workouts. By no means fall into the myth of thinking that full body workouts are going to derail your progress. Last one. I thought this one was super interesting. So you guys know that I got verified, and thankfully I had a few articles written about me recently. Like a news center, they did like a feature on my TikTok, like Kalamazoo mom reaches 6 million likes on TikTok, something like that. And then obviously from a couple years ago, I had a lot of features, including in like In Shape magazine, Cosmopolitan, I believe, or something like that, about the unguarded and unbothered. Now, if you're original, you know that. So anyways, every couple months I've reapplied for verification, never got approved. This past month or 2 months ago now, I was able to, which is fucking cool. Okay. Like I've worked very hard for that, mostly because people impersonate my account all the time. If I ever do a giveaway or something, it'll be like, people will message me and be like, hey, Des, I got this message. Is it real? It's like, babe, no shit. It's not real. But it's someone impersonating me saying like giveaway winner, Desb giveaway winner 1 or something like that. Every time I go to like report them, they never take it down. They say, no problem with this person impersonating you. What? So anyways, I'm very grateful, but I think that they were also handing out a lot of blue checks in verification because of the new platform that they were giving out too, like the subscription that we're talking about here. So I might have just got lucky with the idea that they're like kind of letting everyone in. So it might not be as special as I feel. However, my point is, would I have still paid for it? Absolutely. Absolutely, I would have. Now, I think it's different. I don't want this to come across as a status thing. But when I see people with like 200 followers verified, I understand if you are like running a business and you want to protect your image. Because here's the thing, here's the scary thing, and why I also don't want to pass judgment on anyone. Anyone can be catfished nowadays. And if your profile comes up as verified and that is you and that is your photo and they see, oh, weird, it says you were DMing me, or they try to like fraud your DMs of maybe what you said, or they try to blackmail you or something, you have a verified account now. It's very hard to make claims or like make something up when like it's not your account, right? Or like get catfished or impersonated, like I mentioned. So there's a lot of great things, I believe, if you choose to verify, because it protects you. It protects you. If you're in any form of like wanting to be an influencer, you own a small business, like I said, I think it's super important. And for $15 a month or whatever, absolutely. Now, on the other hand, if there's not like this run-in of impersonation accounts or anything, I don't think it's worth the money for you. I'll say that. If you still choose to do it, it might be a little bit weird to some people, but at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? It's weird when I see people verified that are like Beachbody coaches. I'll say that. I'll be honest about that. But also guess what? Does it affect me? Absolutely not. So do I care? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing about like this specifically, even this whole segment. This is all fun. This is all games. We're fucking around, right? But at the end of the day, if any of these affect you, like, does someone wearing a tiny purse affect me? No. Does someone liking Katie and Hayden or not liking them affect me? No. Does eating organic or someone eating organic affect me? No. I don't care, right? These are fun. This is light. This is lighthearted. It's fun. It's an opinion. It's comedy. I mix in jokes with it. We laugh. But at the end of the day, please remember that any opinion you have that differs from someone else, including verification, and you think, oh, they're so stupid, but does it affect you? No. You're choosing to let it affect you, and honestly, like, you look stupid. So again, this is all lighthearted. I'm not directing this towards anyone who submitted topics. I'm just saying, as like a walk away from this episode, please remember that life is just not that serious. And if there's one thing that I've taken away from since turning 28 and I want to continue like in the energy of this year, it's like nothing is that serious. Take it day by day. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the company of people around us. Be grateful. You know, we're walking into a new month. We have new things. Brunch with Desb is getting a facelift. There's so many beautiful things to be excited about. Am I worried about a bitch eating an organic smoothie with a tiny purse, watching Love is Blind while she is doing a full body workout? Absolutely fucking not. I hope that you guys love this episode. As always, I love to hear from you guys. Make sure that you go fill out in the link in bio, and I believe our website is up already, www.brunchwithdesb.com. Sorry, volume warning. Go fill out my ask a question, ask an advice, tell me a secret. We have so many fun episodes coming up, including Wyatt coming back on the podcast, which is going to be super fun. So make sure that you guys click subscribe, or you rate, review, subscribe if you're watching or if you're listening versus watching. Make sure you let me know how you guys like today's episode. Let me know your thoughts. Fill out the question boxes on the Instagram story. Follow Brunch with Desb, and also subscribe on YouTube. I love you guys. Happy Sunday, and we will chat next week.